Welcome back, Video Creeps. It would appear that I spoke entirely too soon because we just got major news surrounding the world of Creep. But it may not be what you were expecting. Duplass Brothers Productions has silently been listening in on our cries like Instagram or the Temu app. But they didn't just hear our aching bellies. No, they got in the kitchen and cooked up a little chicken noodle soup for the soul food. And Creeps, I'm not gonna lie to you, it smells good. Because not only are they promising us another forte into the land of Joseph and Peach Fuzz, but they're telling us that they are giving us multiple looks into this universe, as apparently the team has just wrapped up on their newest project entitled The Creep Tapes, which, I'm already getting hot. The Creep Tapes is going to be a TV show that takes us a little further into the past of Joseph and his former victims, which, off the rip to anyone who hates this idea, because you think the shift in format from movie to TV just seems pathetic to you, or like a great way to turn something awesome into an awful gimmick. Because I have seen that on here. A horror movie that we all love gets a TV show, and all of a sudden, that becomes like a safe choice in terms of longevity and chances of finding an audience. And man, I get that. Studios love a TV show because straight up it just has a longer shelf life. And with that longer shelf life comes a higher chance of bringing people in and generating revenue for the big guys upstairs. The fat cats who are investing their money into this thing that they know that we're gonna buy.
Why are we so easy?
And so often with that situation, the art is treated like a job. And they hire some who gives a shit writer and a no one gives a fuck production team. And they come together and they do the fucking bare minimum. And boom, you get shit like I Know What You Did Last Summer, the TV show. I see you, I feel you. But how would you feel if I told you that this project was created without a distributor at all? Because that's what happened. Straight up just jumping off of a building financially without a net, just creating with nothing but the faith of their CAAs, getting the job done. Which, if you're like me and you don't know what a CAA is, it's basically the people that represent the certification authorization. And then they take that thing and then they give it to those worms in Hollywood, who then go and put it on the TV. Then we just eat it all up. Like you make a sandwich idea, and then you bring that idea to me, and I would take that idea and I would put it in my Jersey Mike's, which that's something I'm doing lately. Let's normalize using fucking good sandwich places as a reference. You know, just the fuck Subway. They made fucking Jared and their food is gross and fucking skinny. But yeah, this thing is done. It exists. And right now, it's not even a question of like who is going to pick this up, but rather who's the highest bidder, baby. Which, is a super powerful position to be in. But I get it. That's awesome, right? That's a great thing. Super duper fantastic. But what's the deal with the Creep Tapes? What is it? Is it a sequel? Is it like what's gonna happen here? Well, luckily, we actually do know some information in terms of what this show will be about. And the premise is actually short and candy sweet, as well as effectively intriguing for what the former movies have set up, as we will be treated episode by episode to a different story from Joseph's infamous video collection, which right off the bat, I love that idea. We already had the knowledge of those tapes from the previous two movies. So I think by them hooking into that, it really marries the show to the films. I thought that was a really clever way to re-enter this world, all the while introducing this brand new format that we're going to be receiving this story from. And it gives me all these ideas, like who's watching these tapes? Is it a Crypt Keeper situation where like Joseph is telling us the story, adding commentary to his own films? Has he been caught? Are the police going over the things that they found upon his arrest? Or is he fucking with a new mark that will culminate in the final episode or something? Maybe he's leaving his videos in an unsuspecting victim's house and we follow them watching these tapes. Although for the finale, I hope at least one of these episodes, though I think the finale would be the best time. One of these episodes covers what happens in Creep 2. We know a tape where he's watching her on a train exists. What else is on that tape? Ultimately, whatever they give us, I know I'm gonna love. Just getting more of Joseph's uncomfortable nature and his weird situations that he puts people in, it just sounds like a blast. And much like the decision to forego distribution before creating the project, even more important artistic choices have been made when when it comes to how this show is gonna come to life. As not only does Mark Duplass, the creative behind Creep, will be coming back, but he's once again joined by Patrick Bryce, who helped him co-write the first two films. So right there we have two major ingredients that are really important behind the scenes. That's why it smells so fucking good. However, that's not to say that everything will be the same as it was, but those changes are coming in this really cool way, as this time around Bryce will be directing every episode of this show. Which, yeah, when it comes to artistic integrity, you don't want to be safe, you want to take risks. But when you are safe, you want to do safe shit like this. And the Creep family reunion doesn't even stop there, as behind the camera we got Chris Donlon returning, working his magic as the editor and the executive producer. And it should go without saying that the powerhouse producing team of Mark and Jay Duplass with Mel Elson are back as well, pulling the strings behind the scenes, all in order to deliver us exactly what we've been looking for this entire time. So with all of this family love coming back together and the artistic integrity of this project intact, since there was no big studio input telling them what to do or trying to call creative shots, I think we're in for something really special that is going to take a lot of risks, but more importantly, it's going to be a project that's fueled by passion. In a recent interview with Variety, Mark actually spoke about the team's approach to creating this with a boldness that you just don't get out of most talking heads in the industry. Test it on our service. If it's successful, we will be rewarded with a longer license. If it isn't, we didn't make you take too much of a risk, and we can just go sell it in 8 other territories around the world to get whole financially again. Now, there's a lot of confidence in that statement, and as if I already wasn't standing behind him, hearing that and hearing the mentality positions me squarely behind him with all of my support. But for now, there you have it, folks. That's everything that we know about the Creep tapes. Stay tuned for more updates on this show, and if you made it to the end of this video, thank you. Give me a like so that way other people can maybe like it too. And down in the comments, let me know if you think this is a great idea or if this is just booty, son. For everything else, I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace, video creeps.